Hey there folks, Scottsdale Travel Chick Sidekick here to tell you about our trip to LaPaz, Mexico. LaPaz is the capital city of Baja California Sur, and it's often seen as the lesser-known brother to the Los Cabos area. But it's a great town on its own with a completely different character. It's an easy 2-hour drive north of Cabo, or about 2.5-hour drive from the Los Cabos airport. We've been to La Paz many times now, and we really like it. It has a real Mexico feel to it, as there's no huge resorts or overdevelopment. And you'll be surrounded by many more locals than you will tourists for most of your time in La Paz. Okay, so let's get into it. In this video, we're going to cover 4 main topics: exploring the Malecon and downtown, swimming with whale sharks and visiting a sea lion colony, trying out some local dining options, and the best beaches in the area worth checking out. First up, the town and Malecon. La Paz is a larger town, but the main area worth exploring is really only about 10 blocks by 20 blocks near the waterfront, with a wonderful 3-mile-long Malecon. What's a Malecon, you might ask? It's a waterfront boulevard for those who don't speak Spanish. You can rent bikes and ride along the dedicated bike lane, or simply take an evening stroll along the Malecon and watch the sunset. This Malecon is also the main strip in town, and there are many restaurants and bars to explore. And on the weekend nights, you can also expect to see a lot of locals out cruising up and down the strip. This is the locals cruising on a Sunday night down the Malecon. Just lots and lots of cars going up and down slow. There are lots of things to see and do along the Malecon as well, like more than 15 seaside sculptures, like these. Alright, this is the Malecon. I think it's like 3 miles long, and there's a lot of sculptures and stuff along here to see. Right now there's some Christmas decorations and Jacques Cousteau's sculptures here somewhere. Last time we came here, this place is packed. This is a Saturday night, the weekend before Christmas, COVID time, but pretty mellow. A lot of the restaurants are closed, so that's kind of depressing too. But it's a beautiful place. They've updated all their sidewalks and plazas and stuff, and really it's in great condition now.
It's a whale shark right here. We swam with these several times. They're as big as a bus.
That's a baby one maybe, huh? In addition to walking around the Malecon, another top La Paz site which shouldn't be missed is the church, founded by Jesuit missionaries back in the 1700s. In Spanish, it's called the Catedral. Daytime is good, and you might catch a special function like we did here, but the church is at its most beautiful at night. Okay, next up, whale sharks. Probably the most popular activities in La Paz are sea-related. Seeing whales during the breeding season, taking a boat trip to a sea lion colony, and swimming with whale sharks. There are only a few places in the world where you can swim with whale sharks, and La Paz is one of them. Hey, we're here in La Paz with the Scottsdale Travel Chick, and we're going to go see the whale sharks today. Going to be in one of these kind of boats right here, I think. Last year we had a great time, but we didn't have this GoPro, so now we're going to record with the GoPro and see some great shots, hopefully. We'll see you in a bit. Scottsdale Travel Chick. Getting on the Alonzo tour. Okay, we're off to see the whale shark. Here's Scottsdale Travel Chick in her wetsuit. And we're speaking in Spanish and English. First, you find them, and then check them out in the boat for a bit.
Oh, it's a good one.
That's on your hats? Yeah. Boy.
After checking them out on the surface for a bit, you eventually get to jump in and swim with them. If you're not careful, you can even get a little too close. Just in case you can't tell from these videos, swimming with these huge mammals is simply breathtaking. If that wasn't enough, you can also take a trip to a nearby sea lion colony and swim with the baby sea lions. We actually did it, but the GoPro ran out of juice, so I don't have any underwater video. But it was awesome too. Okay, maybe not quite as exciting, but still an experience is eating like the locals. We tried out a number of places, but we'll give you just a sample of two here. Supposedly the best taco shop in LaPaz and the local churro food cart on the street. Based on reviews, one of the best taco shops in LaPaz is El Authentico Super Burro. Definitely local and definitely cheap. And they cook everything up on an open-air grill between the two sides of the restaurant. It's an experience in itself. So, we did some research, and this is supposed to be one of or the best taco places. El Authentico Super Burro in all La Paz. So we're going to go in and try some tacos with the local Mexican folks. Okay, so what'd you get to eat?
Okay, so we're trying the pastor taco, pork, bottle.
I got my favorite glass bottle of Coke, nothing better.
And we're doing a chorizo taco,
Yeah.
and then a quesadilla for starters.
Pretty safe, huh?
Pretty safe.
And then they're gonna cook it up right here. All the food was great. There wasn't a tourist in the place all night. And we ended up with 3 tacos, 2 quesadillas, and 3 Cokes, all for about $11. Can't beat that. Okay, next up, street churros. Okay, Scottsdale Travel Chick's gonna get some street churros here. Yeah.
Hola.
Can we get some churros?
Ok. Hay bolsas de 20 y 35.
Making them fresh in here.
Ahorita permite.
And he throws them in the deep fryer. Put them in here, and then they sprinkle them with this delicious sugar.
Putting lots of sugar on them. You need all that sugar?
Yes. Yes. I need all that sugar.
¿Va a ser bolsa de 15, de 20 o de 20? No? Okay.
Okay, so these are warm, covered in sugar. Oh my god.
Last up, La Paz beaches. There are 5 well-known beaches worth checking out just outside town. We'll cover each briefly in order of distance from La Paz. First up, Playa El Coramal. This beach is just on the edge of town and primarily a locals place for Mexican families. It has some bigger dining and entertainment options like a water slide, but it's not great for tourists. We say skip it. Moving along, you'll come to Playa El Tesoro next. It's a nice calm beach set in a large cove, and it's great for kids. It has a little restaurant with surprisingly decent food and drinks, and you can also rent water toys like kayaks. This is also where we had our little surprise.
This beach is a great beach for families. You can see it's not very deep here. And you can rent kayaks and some canoes here. And then they have a great place to get a bite to eat. I ordered a pineapple margarita, so I hope that tastes delicious. Anyhow, and the water is super crystal clear this morning.
So, our little surprise. Well, we were having our margarita and snack when the table next to us got all excited. Come to find out, there was a nest of baby turtles hatching right below their table.
Déjalos así porque para que se empiecen a... Nada más ubica el hoyo y echa la lucita.
Just found this turtle underneath this table, like he just hatched. It's so cute, yes.
What do you have?
It's a baby tortuga
Okay.
that he just hatched
All
from
right.
under that table.
All right.
And he's a swimmer, so we're gonna let him swim. Go. So we arrived at this beach and we decided to get a bite to eat. I went out to test the water out, found $5 American dollars, which is pretty cool floating in the water. And the table next to us had a tortuga nest, which if you don't know Spanish is turtle nest. And we found 6 or 7 turtles come up out of the nest and we got to release them into the water. So pretty cool day for me.
Next beach you'll come to is Playa Pichilinque. There are a couple of dining options here, but otherwise nothing special. So again, skip this one and head out to the last 2 beaches, which are really the 2 best beaches in La Paz. Balandra Beach and El Tecolote. Balandra is probably the most famous of all the beaches in La Paz. However, it's almost always crowded, and the tide level really makes a difference on if it's good or not. When we visited, it's been low tide, and we really didn't like this place at all.
Okay, so we're at another beach destination, and this one we're not completely impressed with, but it is low tide, so maybe it's better as the tide comes in.
This year, the access was actually restricted due to COVID, and only 200 people per day were allowed in. So you have to get there by 8 a.m. or you'll likely be left out, like we were. So this year, the best we could do was fly our drone in and take a quick look. Finally, the last beach at the end of the road, Playa El Tecolote. It's a long, straight beach with a number of dining options. Most of the time we've been here, the water has been calm and flat, and in general, there have never been a lot of people, which we like. Overall, this is our favorite beach in La Paz for its quiet, laid-back feel.
A little piece of heaven right outside La Paz, Mexico. Really beautiful here.
Finally, just a couple of drone shots to give you a feel for the size of the beach. Well, there you have it, our overview of La Paz, Mexico. Hope you liked it. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and invite a couple of followers. Until next time, see you later.